Good evening, peoples. Let's do BITO and YBIT. So what happened yesterday? BTC was down, that's for sure. So BITO went from 28.7 to 27.2, so it was down 3.78, and we were down less than half that. So 2056 down to 2025. So there were no new trades, but we also came in and pretty much secured that we'll win our weeklies. So let's go take a look at that scenario. So we had the bulk of our contracts written at $28, right? So these are the prices where both YBIT and BITO were down. We added, I think it was yesterday, let me look at it on the May tab, we added some 30s, yes, it was on 522, we added at 14 cents. So, but those were out to 531, I think. Let me take a look at, no, they were 524, and that's unusual with a short time frame. Let me look at something else here. Yeah, they're 524. Okay, yeah, that's why we didn't get much money normally. Well, a week ahead, we got 40 cents. So we went out higher and still got a little bit of money because we were up in the 28. So, you know, didn't get a lot because we only wrote 630 in compared to the 3,170. But the net result is at 27.20, we can go up almost 3%. And even if we go a hair over 28, we don't lose all of it until we get to 28.40, right? So at 28.10, we capture 3/4 because we wrote everything at 40 cents. So we'd only have to buy it back at 10%, right? Or 10 of the 40, which is 25%. So anyway, so far we've captured 70% of the weeklies, and if we stay below 28 on Friday, we win it all, yay! Okay, so the 30s are out there looming. That's a non-issue, right? It's only 8,000, but we've captured a huge percentage. So let's go over to our holdings, and that's where it tells us, right? So we've already captured 78% of those, and they were just put on Wednesday, right? So we just closed Thursday. Now we're behind 3.6 million here on our synthetic because that's all the way out to a 36, right? And we're trading at 27, but we got till June 21. So I suspect at some point, if we don't get up into the 30s, they'll buy that back and take a loss if we stay at 28 or 29. And start writing new ones at like 32 or something. So there's a whole bunch of strategies they can deploy. But I think we're set up pretty well for a payment. So let's see, we talked about synthetics, nothing new, but because they're so high when we write them, even though we're behind like 3.2 million on those, we've captured 3.4 million in our piggy bank because we buy a call that's well below. It's really cheap because we're trading at 28 normally, right? Now we're at 27. But when it's real low like that relative to the strike price, these are super cheap, and then we sell the puts. But eventually we have to rise or pay the piper. So I'm pretty happy because it's generating the payment income, right? So let's go take a look before I go into this at BTC. So here's the scenario in my Schwab account now. I was Ameritrade for a long time, and I was one of the last groups because I do a lot of options, and the people that are heavy thinkorswim and a lot of options, and even Forex, although I'm not currently doing much Forex. We were the last group because we were considered the most sophisticated investors, traders, whatever you want to call it. I'd call myself more of a swing trader and investor than any kind of a day trader. I don't really day trade. Okay, so looking at this chart, I kind of see, and remember, this is all within like 30 hours or so. So I see a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders, especially if this guy comes back up. And that would measure from 66.4 to about 68.4 even, right, on a slanted. And so that gives us, that projects us right back, if we follow that, to 70,000, right? So it gets us right back up in the scheme of this thing. So that's what I would love to see. I'd love to see us get back up there. That'll raise BITO, that'll pull, if you're in other funds like Coney and Misty and anything related to Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens on that front. So in this situation, I went over this on my previous video. We look really good for getting a couple bucks, right? We got a 26-cent loss on our synthetics, but we've got almost $8 here. And with a new fund, they could easily choose to pay 3. My gut is it's probably 2, 2.5, which would be a nice win. We just want it to stay up here. I don't see them doing anything with that 36 before June 5th for the declaration, right? So we should win our weeklies. You know, when they roll for next week, if we win those again, we'll be getting very close to winning altogether. Let me see, and knocking this guy down to where there's no loss, and then we can get more of this money. Let me look at the May tab and see. So when we wrote 3,000, yeah, we got 126,000. So assume that we do that again, and if more people buy into the fund, knowing we're going to get a good payday, we could get 140, 150, depends on what we do. And that's enough money if we win the following week, right? That would expire on the 31st to get, let me get back, that would get this down, right? That would wipe this down to 0. So we'd be setting with no wins but no loss. And if we keep this at this kind of range, you know, we could get a $3 payment, probably a $2. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake, because I got a lot of, look at this, I got a whole lot of different rolls and everything else, and sometimes you make a mathematical. I did check it over, but I'm pretty comfortable with that. I mean, clearly I'm not going to be more than, you know, 20 or 30% off. So our wins there are going to be enough to pay us a couple bucks, and anything else would be great. So that's what I got for you, folks. I need to work on some other videos. So this is Bruce signing out. Again, this is for fun and entertainment. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please seek your own financial advisor before making investment decisions. Okay, have a great one. Bye for now.